Texas 95.7, the Armadillo and Craig Vaughn with you in the studio with my special guest for the WRCA Ranch Radio.
I want to thank you for letting me borrow your cheaters. For
Yes.
those of you out there, I can't see diddly nothing, and I left without my glasses. It's like leaving without.
Yeah, you don't ever want to start using those if you don't have to, because once you start using them, it's over. You got to have them. That's you figure out real quick why they sell those things in like 12 packs, because you have them all over the house.
I mean, I'm all over.
One in the laundry room.
I'm
one
just
in the
not
medicine
there
cabinet.
yet,
Yeah,
so
you'll
we're
get there.
okay.
Don't start.
You just finally got out of your 20s.
Brought to you by New Generation Supplements. We appreciate their support immensely. So
Thank you.
you
New
didn't bring
Generation.
you didn't bring a flag.
No,
You
I
got
didn't.
Got the big. We have the horse lick logo up behind
I
you.
know,
there,
and I
but-
would have put the Colorado flag here.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking. Sitting with my readers.
With your readers. Yeah, you guys were. You just said it. You were in Colorado. I guess Peyton, you got to go.
They let me out finally.
Yeah.
So it was good to be back on the road.
It was a family affair.
It was.
I haven't seen you in a couple of years.
I know. Well, at least last year you didn't see me. But it's just weird that now I have a 1-year-old about to be walking on us. So.
August 15th, payday.
Yes.
Up in Lamar, Colorado, Prowers County Ranch Rodeo, right?
That is correct.
How'd it go? How was it?
Man, we couldn't have asked for a better day.
Yeah.
It was 78. Just a little breeze. So
See, I think we might have had 78 here locally, but we did not have the little breeze. There's just no such thing as a little breeze.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better setup, and
Excellent.
Carly, who puts that on, does an amazing job, and we always look forward to being up there and seeing everyone. Get to go kind of to my hometown for a little bit and catch up with some friends. And yes, it is definitely the desert.
Oh, wow.
It's really.
We
they
should
need
be
rain.
thankful here in Amarillo for what we've got, because
Yeah.
they've got
Nothing but
nothing.
more sagebrush
Huh.
and dust.
Top horse? Is that where we're starting at? We got
Well,
a good,
one
got a good
moment.
one for me?
Oh,
One moment.
We'll
let me
see.
put the like Casey put the cheaters
it's
on.
all about the names.
Here you go. You'll have fun with this one, or I did, but I won't say it online or on there because my mind is a Starlight's Magnum, ridden by
Sounds like a
Kyle
brand.
Turhan.
No. All right.
Lehman, if
Hey,
you know,
I'm gonna give
I've got
that one 4 stars
hecklers.
for
Hey,
the name. I'm just
there's-
Well, that's what it says.
There's a reason his barn name is Bo, is what he goes by.
Well, even then, I just bring in the Trojan horse. What's it ridden by? Kyle Traherne.
Boom.
Go ahead. You were there. Was he big? Was that big, solid sound?
Yes,
Good,
yes,
good.
you sure was.
I don't know what's so funny.
Try to detour here.
I missed something.
Nothing.
Okay, top hand.
Went to
Wesley
Wesley
Gudgel.
Gudgel with Smith Cattle Company.
Good for Wesley.
Yes.
Good
It
for
was-
Wesley. He's just a brand new newlywed.
Oh, cool. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Well, a year ago, I guess. No, not even a year yet. So go ahead and go over your event winners.
So, your bronc riding, first place was Snyder and XIT Cattle.
Hey.
Yes. And then second place through fourth place, there was a tie. Beechner Brothers, which is a common name for us around here.
Mm-hmm.
Creason Cattle, and then Jolly S&L Ranch. Split that. Then going into the stray gathering and trailer loading, which they do this event a little different than most of our rodeos that you've ever seen.
That is different. There's like 3
they
events
have
in
to-
one.
Everyone's horseback, and they get to tie 2, and then they have to load 1 in a trailer. And so it gets everybody in the team involved, and it's really an event that all the guys seem to like, but
Yeah.
you just never know where to watch.
Did they
Yeah.
turn 2 out, or did they have to sort them out of the herd?
They turned 3 out,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got to decide.
Which 2 to rope?
They split off, and then tied 2 down, and then 1 was loaded in the trailer. Then all the guys had to be back at the hood of the truck with their hands on it before time was called.
Oh, cool.
So kind of
I like
kind
that.
of a mix of everything, and got a whole lot of teams involved. And
No one missed any thumbs.
not as of today.
Good.
But so in that event, first place went to Jolly S&L, second place went to Lonesome Pine, And third place went to Duval Land and Cattle and Traherne Ranches, which is a local ranch to that area up there. So good to see them getting involved. Branding, well, first place went to Baca Ranches. Second went to Alley Ranches. And then third place went to Broken Spear Ranch. And then following that was the Wild Cow Milking.
Hey, go Zane.
And Smith Cattle Company, which they actually set an arena record for that arena. And for those who have been there, that arena is huge.
Yeah,
it's on the bigger side.
Big. It's like the size of a football field.
And they set a 29.44.
That was just at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. So, and then second place was Jolly Ranch and S&L Cattle. And then third place was Lonesome Pine.
So Colton must have been roping. Or was it Wesley? No, both Wesleys probably had to be on the ground.
They were, yeah.
Huh,
you're right.
Okay.
Let's see. So, and then they went into the sorting, and Jolly Ranch and S&L placed first.
Okay, I hear
that.
a trend now. I hear the trend. I
Yeah.
hear the trend.
Yeah.
Second place was Duval Land and Cattle, and then third place was Smith Cattle Company.
Yeah, man, Smith was coming on pretty good. You know, what did it come down to in points? So we had Jolly. Let's see, third place was who? Baca Ranches. So they had 36.5 points, Craig. Second place, Duval Traherne Ranches. Second with 37.5.
Ooh,
Points.
close, yeah.
And then Jolly Rancher and S&L Cattle, Jolly Ranch, had 53 and won that son of a gun.
Yeah, they sure did.
So they took it that
Yeah, placed in the top 3 in all events except the branding,
ended up
and
fifth.
then they ended up 5th. But then, I mean,
Points all the way across.
Yeah.
And it looks like they gave, on their points, they went, they have 12 teams?
yes,
So they went 12-1. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good job, Jolly Ranch. And I bet we're calling Dustin.
that's who we got. Jesse's passing
Go-
the buck again. So
He does
we-
it every year. Go Broncos.
So we're calling Dustin Bowling, right?
That's right. And I don't know if he bowls or not. He's the spare.
I dare you to ask him. You
He's
should
the
ask him.
spare.
You probably will ask him.
He's the spare. He is the spare. I keep saying that because no one's laughing. Like, isn't that a bowling term? And Jesse
It's
is
better than being the turkey.
Yeah, well, Jesse's the turkey.
Oh, there you go.
That's why I said it.
Turkey's a good thing in bowling.
It is.
Oh,
I've never achieved
3
one,
strikes.
so
Only
I
on
don't
video
know.
games. Only on video games. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna call him.
Yes, we
All right,
are.
well, first, let's see. We'll hear from New Generation Supplements while we get them on the phone.
I need a new generation.
Flies are a big problem for your horses. Get control with Horse-Lick Supplements, fortified with Clarify Larvicide, the first and proven leader in feed-through fly control. Proven more than 96% effective at reducing fly populations. Clarify Larvicide controls 4 species of flies to protect your horses. Not only will you rest easy knowing that you're combating flies with the latest technology in fly control, you'll also be supplementing your horses with the added nutrients they need to live their best life. Learn more about Horse-Lick Supplements with Clarify Larvicide at horselick.com. That's HORSLIC.com.
All right, we got him on the phone, Dustin Bowling. Congratulations, Dustin, coming back to Amarillo. Not your first time here, obviously.
Thank you. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. And no, it's not his first time. It's not his first time. They've been here now probably 7. Dustin, what do you think? Do you have a count on that?
This will the 10th year.
10th.
10th.
Wow.
So 2 world championships, correct?
4.
4. Oh, well, shame on me. That's that New Mexico math.
Yeah, our first year we qualified was 2013.
That's right. That's right. That was the first year, too. For them to or second. I'm going to just shut up. Because apparently...
Yeah, the first year we won Amarillo was 2014.
Yeah, well, apparently I was here, but absolutely do not recall.
It just goes to show you that everything gets blurred after you've been here for a while.
You know
you just
what?
really don't know.
But you know what, Dustin? When you're not here, I notice. So good job on punching your ticket.
Well, it wasn't like we weren't trying last year.
I
we
know,
just had-
I know.
Well, 4 years of Prowers County, and they have been the winner to come from that rodeo for 3 of those years.
Wow.
So
Well, when it's in your backyard,
feel a little bit more comfortable.
you feel comfortable, and you're not tired from driving to Earth.
Right.
Well, it sure helps that when you win that one, you don't have to go down the road as many times to try to qualify.
So
Yeah. The first 5 years, I think it took us 5 or 6 rodeos, and it was always the last one we were entered in before we got qualified.
And I actually witnessed that. It was painful. It was like everybody was walking on eggshells. They're especially.
I always say the hardest part of winning Amarillo is making it to Amarillo.
It is. And then everyone gets here and it's a clean slate, Craig. Like you work so hard and then everyone is on a clean slate. So
Right.
was the first event the bronc riding?
It was.
So Dustin kicked it off with 70 points with the second place. So he set the pace, right? So
Yep. Did.
like I said before, these one-dayers are hard, Craig, because that first event, I mean, you've got to set the pace, got to set the momentum, you've got to, and it almost hinders you in the beginning to have the bronc riding first, but then again, you want it out of the way. Because I've seen it where the bronc riding is the last, and a team, it really will make and break a team. So
Right, and I mean, and that is one reason why it's the first event, so that, a team that has a chance to win, you can't blame it on
that's right.
not a good enough horse to win. I mean, it's an event. The last event is an event that it's all just on time, and you and the rest of your teammates. So, I mean, it's either you do well or you don't. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the stock.
Nope. And Will's, the pressure was off. He got you guys some points. Got you 11 points, and then we moved on to the Brandon.
Yeah, and so, just to walk through that one, y'all ended up getting 5th in the branding, but overall, the times were fast. You had to be feeling the pressure on that one. First place actually was Baca with a 31:07. So, that's how fast things were moving in the branding. So I can only imagine what y'all thought seeing those fast times before y'all got in that pin to get it done.
Well, they had a 45.46.
And that was 5th.
Are you guys branding yet, Dustin? Not competing, but have you started branding?
Yeah, we have some neighbors that have, started over a month ago, and we're actually going to brand our calves at the ranch here Saturday. So, we're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, so don't take the competition from Lamar over to the Brandon pin, because then everything will get fast and furious. It's almost like the event that changes everything. Slow and steady, and then haul beep to get the thing done in the competition. But at least everybody's been practicing a little bit. Then we moved on to the sorting, and it ended up being, you guys took that pretty good with 53.75, is that right? 53. Talk about that, because Duvall had 54.91 and Smith had 57.5. Woo.
Yeah, and both of those teams went right before us. Duvall was right before us, and we knew we were down a little ways in the Brandon, but the sorting is, and I've always said this, it's one of those deals where it either goes well or it's
horribly wrong.
The crank comes off. It's just a wreck, And,
and then go ahead.
Try to go fast. Because it's a timed event, it's competition, but if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. Like you can't press it.
No, it is. You're right. It is what it is. And remember, it's always the teams ahead of you that you hope they haven't splattered everything.
Right.
I got everything worked up, and so you just pray that, golly, I hope they're not running them through everything. So then you moved into the milking. Whew, you guys smoked it.
Yeah, we've kind of touched on it earlier. Smith Cattle came out and they set an arena record for you guys with the 29:44. So again, it's like that pressure was on to get it done, and y'all came in second place with a 32:99. That's some of the fastest times I've seen in a while. even in that size of arena that you got in Lamar.
So who roped on that,
Right,
Dustin?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Who roped?
Jesse ended up roping it.
Oh, he didn't want to get it.
And then, yeah, that setup at Lamar, everybody could rope. We don't have just one designated roper.
Well, that's
and
good.
It just happened that the cow rolled right in front of Jesse, and so Jesse roped her, and then.
Right on. He didn't want to go for yardage because at Lamar, that pin is huge.
Yeah, we tried to circle her and keep her back as close to the
Strategic.
finish line as possible.
So you see how that works, Craig? Strategically.
Yeah, and then there's a new event, or I guess it's newer to us, but y'all have done it for a few years. Talk about that stray gathering and trailer loading and how the guys like that because everyone gets involved.
Yeah, and so like the Lamar, the rodeo, 5 guys can be in the arena at a time. A lot of teams have 5 or 6 guys, so we're just letting everybody get in there. And it's a big arena, so we don't cut it down in the sorting, and everybody gets. We have 2 ropers in the branding, and the last event is basically a stray gathering and then a trailer loading, just basically combining 2 events into one, but with 5 guys competing at one time, and I think the feedback has always been that everybody has liked that event and liked the fact that 5 guys can be in the arena. And
Well, of course.
competing and stuff.
I think that's a plus. It's a plus, and the fact that everyone made it out with all their fingers—that's even better.
Right. Yeah.
That's usually the trailer loading, Craig, is something that takes place sometimes, and like the managers or whatever just kind of turn their back and hope they get everything loaded. And that's out in working, right?
Well, this one was the horn cows in the trailer trying to get the rope off.
And
Some
when,
of them got interesting.
Yeah, when you're in competition and you're trying to get things done quickly, some things you can't rush.
Right.
And that's one of the things you got to be conscious, because there's like a lot of hinges, a lot of knots, and horns. And every one of your teammates is yelling, hurry, 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 hurry. And they're like 10 feet from you, and you're the one in there. Well, I'm glad you made it through that.
Because most of the time, the 2 guys are heading, heeling the muley and tying them down, and there's 2 of those, so that takes 4 of the guys. And, there was a lot of guys that did that trailer loading by themselves, and it really showcased, some pretty good hands, pretty good horses, and, just.
Well, I think that.
I think it's a good event to watch too.
Well, sure it is. Sure it is. And I think Dustin, that you guys did it. You put your stamp on it. We'll see you at Hugo. And wherever else you're going to go, I'm pretty sure you guys will enter Hugo. I would bet. Maybe not.
We're actually entered at Fort Worth.
Oh. Well, excuse me for being behind the 9th, 8th ball.
Sure.
I just assumed. And that's what you get. Of course, it's me. I would assume that. Well, have fun in Texas. I'll be in Colorado. You want me to water your grass or anything? Water your petunias while I drive through?
Yeah, if it rains.
Okay.
That'd be great.
All right, I'll do that for you. You tell everyone hi and tell Jesse we ran him over today.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. Be good, Dustin. Go Broncos.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Peace
We'll
out.
see ya.
Thanks, Dustin.
All right, see you guys.
So that rolled out pretty good. I mean, Dustin is like an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
He's full of knowledge. And I know that they're excited. You probably couldn't hear that in his voice, but I know they're excited to get one under their belt because last year they had to sit out
early too.
Yeah. And they had a hard time with that throughout the year, not being able to go.
Yep.
Well, if the guys didn't show it, the family sure did.
Oh, I know they did. I know they did. They're just Dustin's a heck of a hand, and Kyle and Will, and Fi. I mean, Fi ropes 99% of his whole life if he's not following his wife down the road. But just solid families and a slew of kids. Yeah. I mean, that's job security. When you see these ranches, S&L and Jolly, it's like, oh, I feel safe. for a couple more years because they're coming. They're coming.
And they're getting to the age where they can compete in the youth rodeo,
yes,
too.
they can. Yes, they can.
It's
Well,
good
what
to see
else
that.
did you have to add, Peyton? I mean, that was a one-dayer, and it was packed full of all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it was a fast, quick event, and I mean, started at 1, ended at 4, and
Oh, wow.
Oh,
it
now
was
that's
just-
my
That's-
kind
wow.
of rodeo.
It's pretty impressive, actually.
That made me cross my arms and ponder.
So to say that there wasn't anything going on and everyone was taking their time, it really wasn't the case. It was just
Well, the
in and
weather
out.
was good. The wind wasn't blowing. Everyone wasn't pissed off. You know, wind
Yeah.
makes everyone mad.
Yeah.
Harley was trying to keep everyone out of the beer. She was
Okay,
water,
so
water.
if you wanna see Dustin Bowling, the amazing, he's the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Tickets go on sale,
June 1st.
like coming up.
Yeah, gonna be here.
Like
in no
you might
time.
want to mark your calendar and have your math done on how many tickets you're getting, and you better get that right because by June 2nd and 3rd, you're not probably gonna get those same seats. Just saying.
Set an alert on your phone.
And then we're headed to Haskell.
Yeah, and it will
Right.
be hot there. I'm just saying. It ain't no 78 degrees with a slight smidge of
Yeah.
breeze coming in. So Haskell, America, June 2nd and 3rd, if I'm guessing correctly.
Yep.
Those captains in there, you guys have to be there on Thursday. Remember, just because I said 2nd and 3rd, you have to be there Thursday, or Sammy and Casey will have you by the... Then we're back in New Mexico, June 9th and 10th. Sorry, my arms are moving because I figure if I can just grab the month and throw the days, we'll be good. And then I'm off to Pawhuska, Ben Johnson days. And there'll be a blizzard there, I'm sure of it.
And then Chugwater is that following weekend, and then Fort Worth. So you'll see probably all of us
Actually,
within the next.
Ben Johnson days and Chugwater are same
Same,
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, so I have 2 on that weekend.
I'll be wishing I
Great
chugged
time.
water in Pawhuska.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history. Craig, you need to do your research on Pawhuska.
Pawhuska.
And I'm talking, there's a book called Killer of the Red Moon or something like that.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
read it.
you
yeah.
need- and
yeah, I know
so
what you're talking about. Yeah, it's where the
gives the
Indian
detail.
land up
Mhm.
there. Yeah, that was a good book.
Pawhuska was
Yeah.
like the main part of that book.
Yep.
For those okay, so anyway, that's not about me or Craig and our
I can't remember the full
Studies.
name that you said that, but it's your
Killers of the Red Moon or
it's
something
real
like that.
close to that. Yeah.
It's when the
Yes,
oil
yeah.
when oil barons came in and
Yeah, they pushed all the Indians to that part, and
Yeah.
then all the Indians realized that there was oil, and they became rich. And
Yes,
so
they
the
did.
People were trying to basically get rid of the Indians so they
well,
could have their oil
it's a
rights.
sad deal, and we'll cover
Goes back
that
to money.
on episode 132.
Big-
But congrats on one down, one more down. We're moving. We're checking off that 26. Check.
This is
Check,
number
check.
5,
Check. 21.
4.
no, 3, isn't it?
I don't know. Just keep checking because we've got a
3 or
lot more to
4.
go.
Really? That many? 5 we've done already?
Well,
Yeah.
we're looking at him and he can't talk. He's just giving all
Lehman's
these
over there
signals.
off camera. if
One,
you don't-
two.
Actually,
Do
and
this,
Stan's over here
Casey.
too. I was over there while he was talking on the phone. I was trying to get this Band-Aid off. And
Yeah, I was
Stan
wondering-
looks at me like pointing at the camera. I'm like, oh, but the Band-Aid's driving me crazy.
Yeah, well, I kept wondering why there were shrapnel hitting me in the face. You infected little.
Lehman's
booger.
just here because normally if Casey and I are together, we can't be
I know.
controlled.
Somebody's
so,
over there got to
you
go.
know, yeah, stop.
I used
stop.
to do that, but now I'm on camera, so I can't really listen to you. That is true. They don't listen to
He
you.
does. He
Yeah.
did that. He
Yeah.
did this.
Hey,
Did
move
this.
it along.
But there's a lot to say and a lot to do. And thank you to Horselick and thank you for all of our sponsors following us down this road of crazy summer.
Yeah.
That's a little crazy.
WRCA.org is the website. You can actually see pictures of all those people we talked about and everything else. The results are up, I noticed. So you can go over to WRCA.org and keep up and find out when the next one is and if it's going to be close to you. And if you're traveling out of town, I tell people all the time, you should always pull up websites like this and see if there's a rodeo going on or some kind of event. So
Bring an umbrella.
WRCA.org.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Much respect to Kyle and the top horse.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sorry if I threw that
She's
over the
trying to
base.
get that out there one more time. We can wrap it up.
Thank you. Adios.
All right.
See ya.
Appreciate you guys.